Are you okay? Okay, I'll take that as you're doing well. Well, it's a couple minutes past 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Usually, there's a program at this time. It is called Standout with Mr. Patrick. And usually, so far, the program has not failed. Do you think it's going to fail today? Nope. Usually, Mr. Patrick Oduma is right here for Standout with Mr. Patrick. Good morning, Mr. Patrick.
Are you redefining standard, Sammy?
The official answer to that question, so we can pass the exam, is yes.
Good.
So when you get a question like that in the exam, just answer yes. When you leave the exam hall, you now ask yourself, well, am I really doing it?
Yeah.
Are you redefining standard?
Oh, amazing. That's why we bring alternative thinking to the public.
Interesting. Interesting. How has your week been?
It's been an amazing time when you discover your roots.
Okay.
And you have to leave your name. Do you understand? You know, people are happiness, but they're not ever happy. People ask themselves noble, but their character is like when you say we have honorable men. And yet they don't ever go back to think about honorability because that's who they are. So I discovered that I'm from a place called Ndudumegu. And it's been done. So life must represent where you're coming from. Isn't
Interesting. So you have to live up to the hype.
You have to live up to that.
You have to implement the title.
Because that's who you are.
So you're saying somebody whose name is happiness cannot and should not be sad?
Why should they be sad? Because you are happiness. You are known as happiness.
Yes, but as a human with emotions, there are times that you have to be sad.
That is
It
why
will
you
happen.
need to engage in your emotional awareness and mental construct, right? More of who you are than what is happening to you.
I'm wondering about people who have been named gold, riches, and in our culture, we know how to give.
And
our
if they
children
come
beautiful
in
names.
that consciousness of who they are and start being who they are, then do who they are, and then they will have what they have.
I'm going to visit my cousin. She has a very rich name. So this weekend, I would hope that she engages with
If
her
you
name.
bring her or him to that consciousness level and start internalizing that domain, you will see the transformation that will happen to her.
I hope she gets it on her own so that she can. I don't want to bring her there. Let her use her hand and enter.
Yeah, that's what awareness. Once you come to awareness and alignment, then you now synchronize with that ideals. And that's how you're engaging that name into all life circumstances.
Wonderful. So I have to start thinking of my name, Mr. Patrick. Chinedu.
Yeah, you know, say Chinedu. Just think about it every morning.
Sam.
Chinedu, Sam, Chinedu.
Oracle.
Yeah, do you understand?
Okay.
So once you prophesy that name and it bring meaning and become conscious about it and live it.
Okay. So the life of more is our focus for this morning. More.
Yeah.
Human needs are insatiable.
Yeah.
We always want more.
Or do we ever get more?
How do we connect the life of more with being content?
Yeah, actually, godliness and contentment is great gain.
That's right.
Right? Now, have you ever noticed that? Take a clue. 95% of people driving on the road, they are sad.
95.
Almost 94. Go and check. You just see that they are boning.
Okay. Okay.
Is it that they are not happy driving that car?
It's
But there are
possible.
millions of people who are trekking on this go.
Okay. That's one way to look at it.
You know, people say when I get married, I'll be happier.
Yeah.
You will be unhappy.
Okay. So tell us about the life of more.
Well, I start like a guy that I love so much, people who understand this. Now, he said, Habakkuk, the writer of Habakkuk said, I will climb, mark the word, I will climb my watch tower and I wait to see. I like that doing what? Climb, the verb. And wait to see what the Lord will tell me to say and what answer he will give to my complaint. The Lord gave me this answer. Write down clearly. So write down clearly on a clear tablet. Thank God we now have tablets, phones, whatever. What I've revealed to you, so there's a revelational knowledge here, so that it can be, you can read it at a glance. What do you read when you wake up in the morning? what influences you, what influences your attention, what catches your attention at that moment. Read it at a glance. Put it in writing, because it is not yet time, for it is time to come. But the time is coming quickly. And what I show, what are you seeing, you will come to pass. It may seem slow in coming, but wait for it. It will certainly take place, and it will not be delayed. I like the way a particular lady, Helen Keller, said something. He said the most pathetic person in the world is a person who has sight but no vision. You have sight but no vision. So it's not just about you have your good sight but there's no vision. So the only limits are always those: vision, value, and fixed mindset. These are three limits. If you conquer, if you have vision, if you don't have value, and you have a fixed mindset, things must be the same way as it has been from the beginning, so it will be. Now, I like the way Louisa May Alcott said something. Far away, there is a sunshine. And that sunshine are my highest aspiration. I may not reach them, but can look up and see their beauty, believe in them, and follow those they lead. Now, Sammy, breakthroughs don't happen when you're filled with certainty. You jump into breakthrough and don't wait for them. So the way to experience breakthrough is by stepping into your doubt, your fear, and your confusion. So let's look at the foundation for life of more. Now, this is where people miss it completely. If you don't have a distinctive personal vision of a larger self, that where you are, there's a larger self, you have a larger life, that you are more than who you are now, no matter the current status. So it is your envision of life of more that gives you that negotiating power to negotiate your life from the current reality to the ideal reality. Because human beings are very much like drops of water in an endless ocean. You keep imagining. The best has not ever shown. Now, the second point is virtue. You know, virtue is the behavioral standard that keeps the vision. Is the faith focus on established pathway or principles. Is the attitude of the mind. Is the thinking pattern. Is the nature you are not, that you nurture, that will ultimately affect your more life. Is what we call the operating mental condition that warehouses your belief system. The mind of less cannot create the life of more. Let me give you instance. Let me explain this. Let's say, Sammy, you were born with silver spoon.
Okay.
And you were born in prosperity.
I would like that.
All right. And you married a woman who was raised in poverty.
Okay.
Right? Now, you people marry. Every time you have an incident, there's always going to be a reflection of that where you're coming from.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the friction.
Yeah.
So this guy is thinking, we can replace it. And this one say, we are finished.
Yeah.
And this person will always think from the less point than the other person.
Truly.
So you see, people want less, more life, but the foundation of their thinking pattern is controlled or influenced by scarcity.
Okay.
So you see, you have abundance mindset. This person have a scarcity mindset, and they are always going to present themselves. So that's why you see people are asking for more, but the limiting belief is fighting against them. Yeah. So operating mental condition that warehouses the belief system. Mind of less cannot create a life of more. You cannot perform at the highest level of living if your mindset is at another same level. I mean, the writer of John chapter 3 said it very clearly. He said something, beloved, I pray that in everything you may succeed and prosper and be, that concept of be, in good health physically, just as I know your soul prospers spiritually. So your prosperity or your wellness is a function of your mental condition. You know, I've talked about mental mood and mental assets. Your resources or your mental resources will dictate your external resources. So the quality of your mind is linked to the quality of your life. So the third one, value engager. Now, what do you stand for? Once you don't stand for something, it's difficult for you to, for instance, me, like, I stand for goodness.
Okay.
Right? I transport and define everything from the point of goodness. So, you see, for my more is rooted in goodness. So, what do you stand for? The most important thing that aligns with your higher self, what is it that? What is that reference guide? What is that compass of navigation? What is the director of your action, choices, and the decision? Now, so for instance, for me, I have been able to create a value system, right? So that affect my choice and decision. Number one is that supportiveness. I like to support. I like to forgive. I have talked about goodness, kindness, respect, hard work, order, system, patience, love, contentment, and commitment, fairness, wholeness, integrity, oneness, creativity, friendliness, assertiveness, caring, open-mindedness, self-development, skillfulness, responsibility, fun, beauty, humility, spirituality, equity, conformity, justice, flexibility, gratitude, self-awareness, and self-care. And these are things that help me. So you see, if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a virtue, you don't have value system, then you cannot be energized. The last one is energize. That's one of the foundation. What is energizer? Energizer means love it.
What?
Energy, love it. If you don't love the vision, you can't sustain the vision.
Okay, so where does energy come into play?
Now, so love is energy.
Oh, okay. I'm getting the context of the energy.
Yes, it's the energizer.
Yeah. Okay.
What energizes you in life is very key. Make a distinction when you are happy and unhappy. Check your handwriting in both instances.
Really?
Yes, check it. Check when you are unhappy, sign your signature. Check when you're happy, sign your signature.
Really?
Check it. Check when you are not happy in your, something is bothering you, right?
Yeah.
In your performance drop.
Yeah, that I've seen that happen a lot of
What
times.
happened? There's the energy is draining internally. And so the momentum over there cannot be forceful enough to cause you to execute, to perform well.
The handwriting one, I would really like to try.
Just try it. When you're hurry and sign a signature, when you're standing and sign a signature, they are usually slightly different. That's why the signature expert will understand that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, love it. Obligation, duty, responsibility, action. That's your daily demand. But look at where I'm driving, Sammy. For you to have more, you don't need to have to be more.
Mr. Patrick, calm down. Calm down. Say that line again and please explain.
You don't have to be, you don't want to have to be more.
Okay.
You have to be and do to have.
You have to become it
You have to become it
to have.
to have.
But you don't need to have.
You don't need to be have. And this is where we're struggling as human beings. We want to have to be. You can never. Let me give instance. The lady didn't have a child, right? But she was a mother. And her motherhood, you can't deny it. So she became a mother. She told herself, I'm a mother. You see, there's a vision, right? And there's a virtue of a mother. Now,
sorry for interrupting you. Now, for that example, a woman who needs a child but doesn't have can become a mother by playing a motherly role
so that's a virtue,
to an already existing child.
well, to an existing child.
Yes, so she can be a mother.
She can be a mother.
Let's use poverty.
Yes.
A person who does not have money, how does he pretend to, again, I need to remove the word pretend because you're being, how is he a rich person when he is not a rich person?
The money, what is money? Money is an exchange of value.
Okay,
What do you exchange? Skill.
that's right.
Who contain the skill? You. That's what it is. You cannot earn money as a lawyer until you're a lawyer.
Yes, but you cannot be a lawyer before you become a lawyer.
You are a lawyer before you become a lawyer.
You have to be a lawyer before
Sir,
you are a lawyer.
I was a banker before I become a banker.
What were you banking?
I was banking.
Wait, hold up, Mr. Patrick. How were you a banker before
Okay,
you became
so
a banker?
now this is what it is. I find that's a vision.
Yeah.
You took a vision, right, of a banker, and you like them. You look at their attribute, their virtue,
Okay.
what they stand for,
Yeah.
their value, they like it, their lifestyle, right? Now you adopt it. Now what I did was, I have said it several times, I took the status of a banker,
You mirrored it.
I mirrored it, and I envisioned it. You see, that's what we talk about vision, right? So I wasn't there, but I acted it out. What happened? I cut paper, I dressed like them, I took my mother's tie like a banker, sit like them, count the money, cut paper money. And I was counting it. Now I was enjoying the same thing they were enjoying.
Long before you were certified.
Long before I was satisfied as a banker. Now, you see, it gave me direction. It guided me. The attribute, I acquired it before I got there. It is not the bank that will give you the attitude. You have the attitude for the bank to employ you.
But getting the attitude, is it enough to say that you are?
It's your business. I was acting and functioning, and I was actually living in that mode. What happened? I started applying. My application didn't go to any other institution. It went to banking industry. And that's how I became the physical manifestation. Your reality is not about the manifestation. Your reality is an eternal reality.
So let's just agree that I already knew this, but I wanted to put you in that position.
Okay.
So let's continue.
So what it means that be a role model, right? Be a role model. Drive the opportunity, then build a confidence. It's in the acting that you build a confidence. But look at the final, how it happened. The life of Mo is basically rooted in what I call elevated emotion. Elevated emotion is the bridge, the connection between your reality and your more life. And how does it function? Gratitude. Appreciation. That's why you trade your expectation and appreciate the wholesomeness of where you're going through gratitude. That's what conditions you. Because the state of your joy will determine the fulfillment of your more life.
Okay. We are officially out of time, but I must ask this question, which I'm hoping you respond to quickly. Now, you said if you don't have a distinctive personal vision of a larger self, there's a problem. That's basically how you summed it up. It's important that you have that. Now, my question comes from personal. We know and we've seen shared vision. For example, if you work at a company, you know there's a vision at the corporate level, which everybody must share. For those who may not have a personal vision, what happens to, one, their shared vision, and two, can you adopt a vision from someone?
Yeah, you can adopt a vision from someone. I've told you how I adopted vision from my mom
Okay.
and my grandmother because I felt this was unique. The experience was amazing.
Okay.
But this is where people struggle. You know, people on their own small life, let's use the word small life, do not even understand what vision and value and virtue means.
Okay.
And that's when they get into that larger corporation, they can't infuse because they are clueless and they can't adapt because it's strange to them.
Yeah.
So that's the struggle. I got a company who every year they will align your vision to the company's vision to be sure you are still there. If it's not, you're kicked out.
Wow. Okay, so you have to live that experience before you even get in that space.
That is where life starts. That's a more life.
That's a lot of imagining and creativity. Oh.
Well, because this is what it is. When you look at how God said it, He said there was darkness, but it was inside. It said, "Let there be light."
Mr. Patrick, we are out of time. What's happening with Standout?
Standout is amazing. We did the reboot, so we're rebooting our mind concerning our nation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was amazing. We have outflows and inflows.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. The social media handles and those who'd like to
so
connect
I
online.
stand out in all social media, and you can go to www.soistandard.com,
Right.
to get more resources or to visit past editions.
Okay. And numbers for those who'd like to connect with you.
08033411451. 08033411451. Sammy, there's one thing happening in our city.
What's up?
The man thing. If you're a man, get up on Sunday, 3 o'clock, 17th of June. October, sorry.
Yes.
Yes, we will be there.
All right. Thank you,
you.
Mr. Patrick.
You're
Have
welcome.
yourself a lovely day.